What's good, y'all? This Beach Girl Divine Karma coming in with, I don't know, what do you want to call this? Story time, I guess, right? I send you peace, light, love, and harmony as I always do about this time. Why? Because Divine Karma loves you, baby. It's not an oracle message. So, I met a soulmate. Sorry, I just got done walking, y'all. I met a soulmate here on TikTok from one of my past lives, right? Shout out to Zareb Bay. How you doing? Right? Past lives. I've been sharing a lot of mine in the last couple of months. And I'm finding that a lot of my clients are coming in and they've been having, these type of things happen. And, it's helping people like realize it's not just them. It's because I've seen a lot of my past lives, a lot. So the most recent one, about a, what? There, maybe about some months ago? Some months ago, me and Zerb started chit chatting on TikTok. We started following each other maybe close to a year ago, maybe, Zerb. You could correct me if I'm wrong. But didn't talk, like just. And so about a month and a half ago, I reached out to him. We always, like each other videos, and stuff like that. But I finally reached out to him. And this is about a month and a half ago, and I reached out to him on TikTok, and we started just, talking on TikTok. We got a lot in common, very spiritual, just a whole male version of me. All right. Like we vibe so tough and does tarot, all of that, energy work, the whole nine. So, and then we exchanged numbers, and I think the first time, the first time we were on the phone together, about a little over a month ago, I think we was on the phone the first night we talked for about like 3 hours, right? And I think for probably the first couple of weeks, me and him probably talked almost every freaking day. Still like that for the most part. But story time. I was asleep the other day, and when I astral project this, like, or see past lives, sometimes I astral project, and sometimes I'm in that. I think it's called theta phase, but the phase where I'm waking up, my ears are ringing, but I'm not all the way woke. And they showed me a past life, and it was me and Zara, right? In this past life, we were 12, 13 years old. His name was Redondo. I called him Dondo. And my name was Chauncey. He called me Cha Cha. We were 12 or 13 years old and thick as thieves. Like I'm talking about best friends, besties, did everything together. And it was where we were, there was just mountains and blue skies. And it was like maybe 100 families on some kind of land. If I had to guess it, I told him it looked like in the old Western movies, how they was like in maybe Montana or Nebraska, like something like that, just beautiful, right? So one day, they showed me multiple scenes, but I shared the one with you that was of utter importance because we transitioned together at 12 or 13 years old. So one day we were playing, and Dondo said, Cha Cha, like, let's go play or whatever. So he ran off. I ran with him because they showed me scenes where I was always running behind Dondo everywhere he went, knowing we wasn't supposed to be doing half the stuff we was doing, but I was going anyway. So there was these old railroad tracks, and they were not supposed to be any trains on the tracks, like they were abandoned or whatever. But there was a rail car there. So we running through the trees and the woods and everything, and it's like in between these mountains. And he was like, "Come on, Cha Cha," and I was like, "Dondo, we not supposed to be out here. We are not supposed to be playing on the tracks on this rail stuff. We are not supposed to be out here. We're gonna get in trouble." He's like, "Come on." So I went anyway because it's my Dondo. We got on this rail car and we were on the back playing, right? And you know how the back, it looked like a little porch with the little gate or whatever around it, right? It was just one rail car, right? So after a couple of minutes, me and him looked at each other because we both heard a train. And we looked at each other like these tracks aren't supposed to be in use, right? So we both like, I was like, Donda was like, come on, we gotta get off the train. I was like, yeah, because I heard it too. I got ready to. He jumped down, and I tried to get off the train, and I couldn't see what I was caught, but I was caught on something. I don't know if it was a piece of my clothes or something, but whatever it was that caught onto the rail on the back, I could not get off the train. So Dondo got back up. He kept trying to help me, and this train, the other train that's coming down the track, is coming towards us, and he's trying to, help me. And I couldn't see what it was that I was caught to. We could not get me a loose. After, you know, maybe a couple of minutes, I guess, this train was getting super close. I started crying and I started screaming, Dondo, get off the train. I'm not gonna make it. Dondo, get off of this train. I'm not gonna make it. He wouldn't leave, would not do it. So as we continued to try to struggle, I was steady screaming at him, Dondo, get off of the train. Like I can't get a loose, get off of the train, right? He would not do it. The train was probably seconds down the track. We heard the horns and everything. Dondo grabbed me and with his back towards, the incoming train. Then he grabbed me and I said, Dondo, get off this train. Wouldn't do it. So he grabbed me, hugged me, and the train was probably seconds away. He grabbed me, hugged me. I stayed in his arms, and he just hugged me real tight and said, I will find you in heaven, Cha Cha, I promise. Train hit us, we was gone. We transitioned together. So it's like I have no words. So I shared this with him, and it was just like, because like I said, when I had when it happened, they showed me a couple other things that we were playing some other times before this. We were playing. We was out and following Dondo, of course, out in the woods playing one day, and he had like some book that I was like, you ain't supposed to have that, because I think it got like magic in it. He opened the book and fairies came out, like uh, the adventures of Cha Cha and Dondo. Okay, and we was at a waterfall. I don't know what happened. I ran to the waterfall because I could see a lady behind the waterfall. It was a whole goddess. Dondo was over there with books and magic. It was a lot. But I just wanted to share that thing. Yeah, and he found me on TikTok. He kept to his word. He those were the last words he said. I will find you in heaven, I promise. And he did. Um, we're not romantic for anybody that's like, oh, this a love. No, we're not romantic. There's no words. Like we felt that connection because we talk about so much in this short amount of time. But when they showed me the past life and what happened, and he transitioned with me and would not leave me on that train to die by myself. I haven't. It's different for us now, right? We laugh about it. I told him the other day, and it's just like I said, it's an energy that I can't describe, right? And just the fact that he kept his word and said, I promise I will find you in heaven. Well, TikTok ain't heaven, but he did the best he could with what he was working with. I love you, Zara, my dear Dondo. So I just wanted to share that because I'm getting a lot of clients that are having dreams, lucid dreams, and astral projections, and they meeting soul tribes and things of that nature. You're not going crazy; it's happening. It's the awakening on the planet, right? So wanted to share that with y'all. Shout out to Zara Bay on TikTok, and y'all know the drill. I love you, and I love it when you love me back. I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.